Once again, I welcome you all to this particular session on the subject engineering graphics. You can go to the description below to see all the related videos of this subject. Now, first of all, I would like to mention here that to see this particular object, actually this is not the isometric view for this given orthographic views. It was actually previous object which I just converted into this new problem with a hole now. Okay, in previous problem or in previous video you can see I had just drawn isometric views for a object having front view like this and top view like this without this circular hole. But in practice we come across with such objects where there may be holes in such semicircular disc like objects. Okay, so let us see how to draw this hole. First of all, I would like to explain the procedure in short, or you can go to the previous video where you will find the solution for this particular disc like problem. Okay, so how I started: first of all, this origin, then this horizontal axis, then 30-degree length axis, then 30-degree depth axis, then 90-degree height axis. Okay, after that I constructed this vertical plate which initially was rectangular plate like this, so it is something like a rectangular box, and then we constructed this part. Okay, how this part was constructed? For that, the center was located 30 from or 30 from this side, so 30 from or 30 from this side, and also the center is at the midpoint of this depth, so again it was located at a center of this particular edge. And after this I constructed this rhombus, because we want radius of this curve to be 30, so I need to construct a rhombus of sides 60 by 60. Okay, so this whole rectangular plate is the required rhombus for constructing this arc, and in that again as usual by using 4 center method, the ellipse is to be drawn, rather that particular semicircle is to be drawn, but only we need to use 2 centers, and those 2 centers are center 1 and center 3, and then this shifted curve was obtained by shifting this center 3 by 20 mm below and shifting center by 20 mm below. But as far as curve of center 1 dash is concerned, it goes beyond this below, that's why it is not visible and hence not drawn. So only we need to draw a curve with center 3 and this much radius which is shifted, and we got it somewhere here. Okay, now let us go ahead with this hole now. Okay, now as we see, the radius of the hole is 15 mm or diameter is 30 mm. So around this center, as we see, center of both this semicircular arc and this hole, circular hole, because why it is hole, you can see here in front view these 2 dotted lines are shown, so it is a hole, through hole. Okay, and both are having the same center, so about this particular center we have to construct a rhombus which is of length and depth 30 each. Okay, so length 30 and depth 30. So let us see how to construct that. So I'm just drawing one line parallel to this length axis, then one line which is already parallel to depth axis through this. Now on either side of this we need to mark 15 each, 15 15. Okay, so mark distance 15 each on both the sides. Okay, and now complete this rhombus. Okay, so this is the way we have constructed this now smaller rhombus. You can see this initially this was the bigger rhombus for drawing this semicircular arc. Now using this rhombus we need to draw this full circle. Okay, so procedure we already know. First we join this longer diagonal. Okay, then the corners which are opposite to the longer diagonal, we use them as first 2 centers, so this is center 1 and center 2. Now to get center 3 and 4 we have to join these 2 corners, center 1 and 2, with the midpoints of the opposite edges. Okay, now these are already midpoints obtained, that's why I just need to connect this with center 2 and this with center 1. Okay, now these are the 4 centers, so this is center number 3 and this is center number 4. So with these 4 centers now we have to draw required circle. So with center 1 and this much radius, I have to draw this curve. Okay, then center 2, same radius. Okay, then center 3 and this smaller radius, center 3 and this smaller radius, which is drawn like this. Okay, with center 4 I need to complete this curve. Okay, so this is the way, actually this curve was erased slightly, so this is the way I have completed that hole in top view. Now this is the circle on the top face. Similarly, there will be similar circle here at the bottom face, so we need to show that also. Okay, and for this purpose we need to center shift both all these 4 centers by depth equal to 20 mm. Draw vertical lines through all these centers. Okay, so through center 1, center 3, center 2 and center 4. Okay, all these lines are drawn. All these 4 lines are drawn parallel to height axis. Okay, now with the shifted centers we need to again draw this ellipse, but before that let us draw the boundary lines, like from where to where which curve is to be drawn. That is again very important. So we need to draw this larger radius curve from this edge, okay, up to here. So this is larger radius curve to be drawn here up to from this point to this point. Okay, then this larger radius curve we need to draw from this point to this point. Now if you see, no need to get confused with so many lines and so many points. Okay, what we can see, practically imagine when I draw this ellipse at a distance 20 mm below, you can see, I'll just show you how it will look like this. I'll show it separately here. So this is the ellipse at the top face. Okay, now if I shift this, the ellipse at the bottom face will go something like this when it gets shifted. That means in this case we can see only this much radius is most likely to be visible, this remaining part will not be visible. So okay, so this part will not be visible. That's why we have to only concentrate on this curve which we have drawn by using center number 1. Okay, so first of all let us try with center number 1 dash, and with that much radius how much part of that will be visible. So this is center 1 dash, so you can see only this much part of the curve will be visible. Okay, so even no need to shift the centers. This is a smart work we can say, and now it has given a feel of depth here. You can see now from this we can easily see that this particular hole, this only this much edge of that hole at the bottom face will be visible. Remaining will go something like this which will not be visible, and hence no need of even shifting the centers in this case. But if, just imagine if the depth of this part, which in this case is 20, if it is only 10, then probably more part of the curve would have been visible, and in that case you need to shift the center. So I have explained both the ways. You need to first shift the centers, and as a smart work we can first of all decide which part will be visible. Accordingly you can draw only that much part, no need to even shift the centers also, and draw that invisible part in the given view. Okay, so I hope you understood how to convert such orthographic view into isometric view. Thank you very much for your